Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Sussex Saturday on Sunday. I am VS Speaks Royally. So good to be back with you all on this lovely Sunday. It's a little rainy or overcast here where I'm at, but nevertheless, um, please remember to hit the thumbs up if you haven't already done so. Hey, Tuber Chat, I saw your message. Thank you for sharing out and all that good stuff. So, hello, everyone. I saw some comments I was highlighting as I'm coming down the comments, and y'all already cutting up. Like, this is Sunday. It might not be a trash time. Ha, ha, ha. I have my hot tea. Well, it's warm right now, but I'm ready, ready, ready. And I do have a couple of acknowledgments to make first. So, happy St. Patrick's Day to all of those of Irish descent and those that celebrate because they just like the thrill of pub hopping. Okay, happy St. Pat's to you. Um, let me see, because I saw these messages from Aaron, and then Church Nelly also dropped a comment. to Hindo. How are you? Happy Sunday to you. Mrs. S, you said you're listening to Archetypes or listen to one episode every day. Oh, that's awesome. I try, and then all this other stuff starts happening. American Riviera Orchard has happened, and I'm going to get back to trying to discuss archetypes. I mean, that's what the subject. Looking forward to what's next. I'm looking forward to that, product list to drop. The real product list, as we've indicated, be mindful of those that, mhm. If you're not sure, I'm going to leave that comment of Mrs. S and a lobotomy for trash time, and Sharon Osborne's lips for trash time. Rafaela, you are in our thoughts and prayers as you're preparing for surgery. So, um, yes, squatties, we got you in prayer. Don't worry about that. Mrs. Viv, good to see you in the chat. And yes, let me get to Karen. You highlighted this, and I love it. I'm gonna come back to your comment in a moment. Um, Merlene, thank you so much for the love. You dropped it right off the gate. Let me just your message, Miss PS, and everyone. Happy Sunday to you all. Thank you for the love. Here comes a little song y'all like to hear. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Mwah. Thank you again, Marlene. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Let me come over and get to, you know, what I do. All right, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. And so, just a little reminder for all, this channel is truly a supporter of the House of Sussex. Okay. Another reminder, I didn't do this yesterday, I don't believe, but Invictus Games we know is coming up next year, 2025. Just like to throw that reminder out. Hopefully there will be quite a few squatties going. I would love to be there, and who knows, maybe I will be. Maybe I will be. All right. So let me get Karen's comment because I'm going to let me come back over here. We're going to go here. So Lord of mercy. I'm trying to debate whether I show you a comment I got on on the app formerly known as I got on my timeline. Somebody came on my timeline and did not leave very favorable comments, although they trying to act like you're a squatty. I'll leave it for the end of the live stream because yeah. So for this particular, I'm going to bring this up. So yes, now I had when I took my screenshot that I have, it was 509,000, I believe, and that was from earlier this morning. So it's good to see that it's over 513. Let me just say, with not much publicity from American Riviera Orchard, except to put up, here's their account, and then they have, I love how they did that the first 9 posts are just basically the logo. Love that idea. Hint, hint for anyone kind of starting out. That's a pretty fantastic idea. So, doing quite well, and she'll be at 1 million in no time. And of course, once the site is active and products are there and there's more information coming in, yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Okay. So, yes, Karen, thank you for that. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I have to come back into comments because, oh boy. Okay, there we go. So, just to highlight, some don't get this aesthetic. I pick up vintage. With vintage, it's uniqueness. um, we know that Meghan is unique. So each individual is, and that's the one good thing about it. So I saw this on my timeline and I just had to share because you just have to understand if you were a Tigger, I'm just going to give a nickname, and now we're part of Squad, you remember how she shared and her aesthetic there. So haters be haters, do whatever you want. But, and here's a screenshot that I took that had 509 followers. But, you know, there are questions being asked. I'm surprised by British Vogue. I guess changing leadership, they kind of have a little rebellious and gonna kind of put the questions out there. So let me take down my banner. Um, so the royal family has been lifestyle influencers for centuries. So why is the Duchess of Sussex being criticized for American Riviera orchid? Now, it could be taken several different ways. CT, who's a royal rota, and Squatties know who I'm referring to, did come out of her own mouth and say that it's not racism, it's anti-Americanism. So maybe because it doesn't have, you know, the United Kingdom Riviera or something that's got some people up in arms, but she's an American, lives in America with her husband and children, and so lives in an area that is called the American Riviera. So it would, you know, why are they worried about what Meghan is doing anyway? Always trying to put some, thing on her. But why are y'all worried about what she's doing? Good sis knows what she's doing, has a business acumen that is, unlike others. Okay, I'm just gonna say that because sometimes it needs to be reminded, and I need to just show this again as we're coming quicker to trash time. I didn't have time to look for Baby Deranger. I got down the rabbit hole. Ooh, yeah. So in the Oprah interview of 2021, they were willing to lie to protect other members of the family, but they weren't willing to tell the truth to protect me and my husband. And that is still true. This was 100% then. It's 1,000,000% now. And many eyes are seeing just what is happening. So there's still a lot of tears. And I'm just going to give you a little hint. There's a fake Photogate 2.0 about to occur. So, yeah. Anyway, Squatty had told them a long time ago, but nevertheless, Squatty Corner. Don't have any other announcements here except, still working towards the 10K subs. Thank you for all that you have done in sharing out and spreading the word about VS Speaks Royally. I do have a store where you can get merch for VS Speaks Royally, as well as Trash Time merch. And I wore my purple t-shirt proudly yesterday. All right. Whew. In pre-trash time, let me just scan the comments. I think it's a lot of greeting and happy St. Patrick's Day, happy Sunday, and all that good stuff. Mrs. S, you just started right off the gate. That is too funny for me. Let me see. Yeah, it's just a lot of. And hello to all those out at the space station, satellites, and clouds, and all that. Hello to you all. Don't be scared to drop down and say hello. Let me see. Of course, if you have some snarky comment, the mods will handle you. But other than that, and thank you, Church Nelly. Thank you. The body is strong, mine not so much. So, I do appreciate the prayers, but yeah. Let me see, Karen. 500,000 hit last night, and so yeah, okay. Mrs. S via speaks. Show us what the mother father wrote. Okay, I'll put it here. I had it at the back end, but I'll listen to my boss. Okay, everybody, I tell you. Y'all don't want to see the proof is in the pudding right there. So on my post that let me just take down the banner just for a short period of time. So March 14th, I put up this on the app formerly known as American Riviera Orchard, launched by Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Sign up for email lists. That's all I said. Not many, you know, I put stuff up and then I let it just go. Okay, so I let it go. Now again, that was March. That was March 14th. So someone decides to wake up today. I guess they didn't get a four-leaf clover, and the three-leaf one is stuck up their butts, but nevertheless. Okay. So this one says, she's usually much more tasteful and professional than this. The logo's a mess. I know what it's supposed to stand for, but it's awful, and her calligraphy just isn't near good enough to use here. Really surprised she thought this was good. Now, I paused because I said, wait a minute, say what? I'm like, okay, and what is your professional? It's a very generic profile, but okay, Deranger, aka Rhoda, or mouthpiece for that family, because 3 days later, you just so happened to find that post. Come on now. I didn't even have hashtags all over it. So, mhm. So after I pondered, what am I going to say? Because you came to my timeline, which I do say in my finale. So, woo, you you could have shared your shitty opinion on a Deranger timeline. Vintage aesthetic highlights one's individuality and uniqueness. Unique is Meghan, and Meghan is unique. The mother father in Mrs. S's words didn't want to stop there and had to come back. You don't have to love everything she produces to be supportive of her generally. Life is so effing binary for some people, and my opinion wasn't shitty. It's a valid observation. The logo and calligraphy look amateurish. Whoa, you came to my timeline and I don't appreciate the non expert comment. You don't have to love everything, but keep it to your GD self or on your timeline. Now, person's muted. I don't give a F what you have to say beyond this because you're just looking for it. But thanks for the engagement, is what I should have ended with. You stupid. Okay, so that's what the person said. Woo! You already know my energy. Yes, that's it. We're not even in trash time yet, but middle fingers up. Yeah, do that on your own timeline. I don't want it on mine, but okay, that's Mrs. S. Are you happy now? Ah, woo! Just show us what the mother father wrote. Okay. And there you go. That's what they wrote. Okay. Mrs. S, what's with all these Meghan haters suddenly saying nice things about her? Could it be that they see the royal ship sinking and like rats, they're trying to hold on to the Sussex coattails? They can hold if they want to, but the squad is bringing up receipts and saying, is this you? Um, a lot of them are whining and crying, which you'll see in trash time. And some of them have a lot of GD nerve. Okay. Trying to be a little respectful for the Sunday crowd. Okay. Church only said, Mrs. S, I asked the same thing. Yeah, it's just because they're saying something sweet and nice now, it's just dribble. Okay. Black Rose is just like with Archewell, Princess Meghan will let us squatties know the meaning behind picking the ARO name. Right. It screams established and inclusive old money to me. Okay, thank you. Immediately was like, okay. Especially I have a clip of the video that I'm gonna go back up and share. Yes. Because I almost forgot about that. That line rings even sharper now, cheer. Let me come on down here. Woo, Annie, you too? She's like, just drop it. Give it to us. Okay, well, I gave it to you. Church Nelly, 2 years. Bring on the trash and bitch slapping time. I'm getting there. Y'all just calm your nerves. Calm your nerves. Calm your nerves. Ah. Woo. Their leader ain't gonna be copying nothing, Blue Draws. I see your comment on the copy. Mm-mm. I don't think it's gonna be too much of copying of much of anything, but Church Nelly, many hugs to you and thank you for 2 years. Wow, 2 years. So long. Hey, C Mac, how are you? I mean, okay. I'm sure Mrs. S is coming up with a nice comment for that, and I'll see it when I loop back around to the comment section. But Lord have mercy on me. She's a coming, she's a coming, she's a coming. Let me just look at my comments that I have here. I have quite a few highlighted that I wanted to keep into trash time, but um, we're almost there, so I'll bring up the marker. But thank you, Church Nelly. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. For 24 months, such a blessing. See, she has fun and she likes to welcome everyone, as she calls it, the asylum. I don't consider channel membership the asylum. She does. And she calls herself the leader of it. So there you go. We have it's a good bunch over there. Many are very quiet and just, that the quiet supporters, but they see all too when I drop it over there. Lakivia, leave VS alone and go get a life. Oh, child. I'm not even I'm I'm not even worried about them. I just was just like, huh? Yeah, it is what it is. TC. Why do I always give you an extra letter? TT Carter. Montecito is called American Riviera. Meghan has named her website American Riviera Orchard, vintage and unique. There you go. Um, let's just take a look at the logo because to me, you have to. You can. I see nothing wrong with the logo, but I guess I'm biased. I don't know. Calligraphy is calligraphy, and again, old school, vintage. That idiot didn't get it. Life goes on, but do it on your own timeline. Mm, not on mine when it comes to these two. The UK media has done enough of ishing on them, and I'm tired of it. So anyway, okay. Let me get on to trash time. That's all y'all seem to. Let me look at the comments really quickly. Oh my gosh. TT Carter. Well, what can you say when you're used to writing with Crayola crayon? Well, I'm just saying. I don't. That was one particular quote critique of this that I wasn't expecting, especially to see it like on the app formerly known as you see a lot of things, but just on my timeline, knowing that how many versions of this it went through before, she who is a perfectionist in regards to a lot of things and being a calligraphy, um, someone that writes in calligraphy and has done wedding invitations, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, in her prior life before Suits. She There's perfection in calligraphy because it has to be right each and every time. So on the hater there. Okay, let me come over here and look. Uh-huh. 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 Karen M, they found a couple of more Photoshop pictures. Let's leave Photoshop out of it. It's not Photoshop. They are constructing photos, and I said that yesterday. So um the former White House, because I think he's a former White House photographer, he might still do photography for them, I'm not sure. But his saying as well as me saying is it's construction, it's not Photoshop. Professional photographers used Photoshop and may change one or two things here or there, touch ups. Here we go. If you flip a color to black and white, that's like Photoshop. Taking several pictures and making it into one, yeah, that's a little bit more than just Photoshop. So let's drop that because yeah, but they're in it. They brought it upon themselves, and I don't really give two hoots. But yeah, hey kids, how are you? No, let me answer that. Let me come back over here. Let me put my banner back. Put the banner back and come over here to the pre-trash time. I need to put this in morning squatties mods via Speaks Royally. Has anyone heard anything else about the quote big announcement from yesterday? No, but there was like a 72-hour from what different things were saying. No clue. I'm sure if and when there is something said, it'll be globally and we'll be seeing it all over the place. If it's a hoax and 'tis life. But I don't think people would want to draw more attention making a hoax. I haven't seen anything where BBC has come out to say we're not making any announcements or we're on hold. But if they're on embargo, they can't even acknowledge what's being said. So, oh well, so swell. Mhm. Whew. Let's see. Cynthia, it's altered photos, not Photoshop. Is it Sousa? Said that in a tweet, yes, that I showed yesterday in Sussex Saturday that they're constructing, right, Blue Draws, correct, Mrs. VS. They are creating a false narrative. Nothing they, KP, personally hand out is real. That is the bigger story. Nothing is real with them. It is the bigger story. Exactly, Rafaela. Altered photo, shame. Um, Thank you, Karen. This is a family logo. The fact that we have to sit and explain anything, like I wasn't even going with anything involving the monogram or whatever. I can't write like that, the calligraphy and all, that takes special training. And I guess you like some of you have said when people are used to writing with crayons, that's what, we can't expect much more from them. So, oh, here she goes, Mrs. S. Numpties, pay attention. I will only conduct this class once. Meghan cannot Photoshop pictures placed in your trash papers, so please stop blaming her for always looking fab. You laugh. There you go. I had to add the little extra on the end. Hopefully, I didn't blow too many eardrums, but spoop. Although those and you'll see some of the hashtags that are up and about. Um, there's one picture that I saw that Tina shared. And it looks like, how the Derangers do all this altering to their quote faves, end quote, picture when they put it up. When the one that this one person shared, it looks like you're covering up black eyes, literally. So I don't know what you're doing. I don't even see the birthmarks. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Kat, you're not late. Stop it. 22 months of membership. Thank you. But you're not late. Never late, never late. Come on, y'all. Oh yes. Okay. So let me get to it and then we can get in it and then I'll get on. Woo, Lola, that's it looks like cursive writing to me. A little cursive, but it's calligraphy with the little swirls and we've seen her do her little calligraphy. Woo. Let me get into trash time. Annie, my grandchildren can cut and paste better than that. Ooh, they're all going, ooh, my gosh. Okay. Woosah. Woosah. Let me come back over here. Let me go here. It's your favorite time. Trash time. Trash time. Trash time. Okay, so I want to kind of go through the comments just because the comments in trash time, it's just a little bit more appropriate. And Mrs. S had started out and I just highlighted it to make sure I could see. And so she said, Rafaela, I would say that she had a lobotomy nut that would be waste of surgical procedure. So just getting it all started here. And this one just took me completely out. I kind of feel like Sharon Osbourne's lips are going to fall off as she tries to eat. That mother father is so jealous of Meghan. Isn't she, though? She probably won't. Never mind. I'm going to keep on. Lorna says, Mrs. S., I thought Kate was out searching for one like that character in The Wizard of Oz. I'm so done with you all right now. Okay. Woo! I'm done. Okay. See, y'all had a whole lot going on over here, so I just want to kind of go through. Um, Blue Drawer says, "Shut up, cosplay bot. Your leader will copy it all soon enough, please." Let me go on. Cynthia says, "Quote: They were happy to lie to protect my brother," continues Harry, referring to Prince William. "Against images of BP and headline, they were never willing to tell the truth to protect us." Boom. Okay. All right. Whoop. And I might have to go back and get that one for, for the end of the live stream. So someone figured out, Annie says, someone figured out the intertwined letters within the insignia L, M, A, and H. Meghan is always thinking of her family. Yes. I mean, between necklaces with their initials on it, um, her and Harry had theirs intertwined. So, of course, this branding, having all of them, and it's a legacy that they, Archie and Lilibet, can continue on, as well as their children and then their children. Okay, speaking life to generational wealth. All right, something that that family was not trying to plan on, especially when we saw how Prince Harry was living in Knockcott and then shopping at, what do y'all have? TJ Maxx? No, TK Maxx, I think, is the one over in the UK. We have TJ Maxx here in the US. Okay. All the same. All right. Except our TJ Maxx is not that discounted. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Oh yes, another fake. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Woo. Oh V, thank you. Okay. Let me thank you now for the super sticker drop of the love. Let me do this and we'll get into the real trash. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, here we go. Here we go, y'all. Come on. Here we go now. Come on. Okay, so this morning I took this picture, and I'm saying like it was around 7:30ish. So Wales, I stand with Catherine. You know the Derangers are out there, and then Kate Middleton is a liar. We're trending. Just prior to the live stream starting, I did another. Let me refresh and see what's going on. Two of those you should not even have to ask where they're coming from. Kensington Palace exposed, and then where is Kate Middleton? And then I stand with Catherine. Now, under the I stand with Catherine is a mixture. Squatties have gone, you know how squatties will take a hashtag. Okay. Dare I say anymore, anymore, anymore. So many always question why squad kind of goes hard. I want you to look at this is from March 11, 2016. Fur gloves and lazy lifestyles, why Kate Middleton and Prince William are under attack from the British press. So before Meghan joined, they were catching minimal heat because I'm sure, you know, everyone knew that they really weren't working royals, but they caught a little heat, nothing to compare to what they did with Meghan and to Meghan. So here's one also 2 days later. Why we no longer see Prince William as Prince Charming. Whew. And now y'all have him in 2020. Oh, the sexiest man alive, and not please. Y'all dragged up until you had fresh meat. And now some of you want to complain and cry and all this other stuff about, lay off because of the fake gate, fake photo gate that was created by KP because they're the ones that put up that fake photo. Okay. Now, this person, mhm. Imagine being unwell, seeking healing, and then facing demands on social media to prove your existence, especially after explicitly stating that you will be away until after Easter. Minds have truly been warped. Hashtag Kate Middleton. Um, mhm, mhm. Like y'all want Megan to come up and step up and talk for her, but she, she can talk for herself like she did in that post on their social media for Mother's Day. Mhm. Now, because it was out there and it had her initial C um, cosplaying, because we know that the Sussexes used to do that. Anyway, continuing on. This, ooh, I almost said the B word fully, but I'll just say this one here, the troll look-alike. Whew. AL. Meghan shows no respect for the monarchy and those in it by launching her jam and tablecloth stalls when Princess Diana's Memorial Awards charity. Now, did that sentence make sense? Somebody must have been hitting the bottle. Okay, let me continue. The late Queen saw it coming. Has Harry had a say? Does she want to come to the UK purely for selling her goods? Um, just to answer some of your questions. Has Harry had a say? They are married, they are a team. He made that perfectly clear in their engagement interview. Maybe you need to go watch it. Okay. Um, have a say. You think he controls her to the point of, well, you can do this and you can't do that? They wouldn't even be a couple if that was even the case that he tried to run. That other one that's swaying all over whatever engagement or, church service he appears at, he might control and he might demand and have a say over what his silent wife that doesn't never put a foot wrong, but whatever. Okay. Mhm. If y'all had just left Meghan alone when Harry asked y'all and that released that statement in November of 2016, you all would be in such a much better position right now because Squad came about because of the disgusting hate campaign that was launched against Meghan. You mean you mean poor little Sway Sway, who's going to be king one day, couldn't take a little heat? If you're lazy, you're lazy. Accept it. Obviously, now that you want to be a king that works behind the scenes and doesn't doing the formal or traditional engagements because you can't stand up straight. Is that why? Okay, let me keep on moving. Um, these two are two peas in the pod. I'll just say that, and have a lot of damn nerve. So all he could say is this. I fear that all the Kate and William jokes on social media, and especially the Stephen Colbert material, are going to seem cruel and regrettable with hindsight. It's too easy to forget, especially on Twitter, that these are real people. And the two of you have been unrelentless, especially that one that's up there with the fingers pointing down saying this against Meghan. He stormed off of set because someone called him on his bullshit and his tirades, daily tirades against Meghan. But we're supposed to sit back and just, oh, okay, you know, instead of getting on TV and showing proof of life. We never saw the woman go in the hospital and we never saw a woman come out. So we're supposed to just take the word of now, they're now an unreliable source to world media, that she is okay and convalescent. All you had to do was show her going in, live camera, couple of pictures waving, going in. And just like Chuck did when he came out of the hospital, he waved to the cameras that were there. Interesting that cameras weren't there when she left, when if they were staking out the hospital, they would have been. Okay, let me Move on because my tirades. Okay, so this is from 2018. Some advice in 2018 being given, December 31st, 2018. hmm Megan was what, 3, 4 months pregnant? Probably about five, I guess, about then. So here. In 2019, I'm hoping the British royal family, those in royal circles, and journalists truly demonstrate that they can embrace an American woman of color. They should welcome Meghan's work ethic and her confidence. Otherwise, they'll do real damage to Britain's image. Ding, 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 ding. No truer words have been said. Didn't want to listen, but hey, we tried to tell y'all crazies. We tried to tell y'all. Now, I mentioned this troll yesterday on Sussex Saturday. I hadn't brought it across. So the remix, She Came to Slay. Y'all know how long ago that was? Okay, because y'all should. Because it was a while ago. hmm So this one comes in and says, just a tart, no royal. Now, yeah. My response, the only tart is missing right now. Go look for her and stop leaving stupid and silly comments on positive Sussex content. Oh, but thanks for the engagement. Yes, that person went off on to Never Never Land. It is what it is. Again, let's remember they are not a reliable source when it comes to especially photos being released. And so if we can't trust you for photos, things you put into words probably aren't going to be trusted either. But again, they brought it on themselves. Okay. Nobody got your goddamn joke, but it is what it is. Y'all deal with it. Alrighty. So this is from the 14th. Um, when were the Diana Awards again? Okay, because um, I know Barron had discussed this person. I forgot what nickname he gave that particular writer, but her picture's in the lower part of the screenshot. Albino hit something, hit woman or hit something. Anyway, Kate and William are in crisis as never before, so how grimly predictable of Meghan to come crashing in with this basic beige relaunch, and Maureen Callahan warns such trashy royalty for sale is exactly what the late queen always feared. Oh, really? The late queen always feared. Hmm. 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 So this is from May 2016. When I say the squad has receipts, you all, we try, I try. So if you're listening, I do try to tell y'all, talking heads, crazies out there are receipts in the squad vault. So Beatrice does a Fergie like mother like daughter. The 27-year-old princess cashes in on the after dinner speaking circuit. Uh-huh. I don't know. I don't even want to know after dinner speaking. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. hmm Anyway, if you look down below, the third bullet tells you what her mum was making. Duchess of York charges 50,000 to 100,000 pounds for personal appearances, profiting off of titles. That's what that is. American Riviera Orchard. Nothing to do with the UK titles. She is a duchess. She's married to a duke. Take it up with the queen if y'all have issues, because that's what they normally do when a prince marries. They bestow upon him the dukedoms, right? Okay. I just had to bring that up because, y'all want to start with the whole lunacy, so we're going to bring up some lunacy. More tears, GB News, Meghan Markle urged to take a leaf out of own book. I want to replace the D with a T, but I'm going to keep on going. Hasn't shown kindness to Kate or her family. Kate hasn't shown kindness to Meghan and her family. So you get what you get back, okay, or give out. So you reap what you sow. Mm. If she had to cut off that, Meghan's newly pregnant. Early years experts should have known. No more stress, added stress. I mean, the Queen told them to back off of her, although, instead of calling, because I guess calling her lazy Katie will hurt her feelings. But oh, the horrors, the horrors. Now, here's another one crying and trying to comfort the squad. Yeah, okay. The anti royal pro Meghan conspiracy theorists should end their campaign of the hate against the Princess of Wales. Kate should address health mystery at public engagement, says Friends. Yeah, sure. So she's talking to friends or she's not? Because if she's not talking to senior aides, why would she be talking to friends who then leak to media? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Y'all always tell on yourselves. Okay. Come with something better, please, perhaps. But Niall, you have been a nasty SOB too when it comes to Meghan. So bite us. And it's not a campaign of hate, okay? This ain't hate. It's common sense. Where is she? They released a doctored, altered, constructed photo, and we are supposed to just sit back and be like, oh, okay, all is good. I'm sure she's alive over there kicking. hmm hmm Something is known and y'all don't want to say. Now, this cracked me up when I saw it. If the royal family is not quite at the 11th hour, it is perilously close. Richard K. Richard K. Ooh, perilously close. Mm. They brought it on themselves. Okay. Now, I mentioned about fake gate, fake photo gate 2. Well, here we go. So many of you remember this picture, and I've mentioned it before when y'all tried your best to showing, the queen with, and yes, 2 grandchildren, but the rest are great grandchildren in that photo. So it seems the observer, people question everything now, how Kate's photo scandal rips up the rules for royals and media. So lo and behold, uh-huh. The Observer's picture desk can show this weekend that rough edges of the editing process were nothing new. The photo taken by Catherine at Balmoral and released last year to mark what would have been the 97th birthday of the late Queen bears similar signs of digital alteration. Um, we told y'all that way back last year. Okay, we were like, no, no, no. So she didn't get called out on it then, but now they said they were going to go back and look, and I see that some are truly looking, but all you got to do is go down the squatties timelines because the vault of receipts, yes, because Christopher Boozy had already said, although they tried to twist it up, who appeared in Harry and Meghan's Netflix series sparks backlash by saying Kate's portrait of the Queen with her grandchildren at Balmoral is Photoshop. No, altered. And now the Observer is altered, is a little bit more than Photoshop, but I'm gonna let y'all have it because this right now, oh yes. Probably every anyway, I'm gonna move on 2.0. So Spanish Tea today says that there was a compromising pic taken in a nightclub of 2, which the Sun was going to publish. Instead, Harry was served up and the Sun went with that instead. Today, I also heard the Spanish say the separation has been well over a year. Uh-huh. This was from the 15th. I saw this today. And so I just am sharing what I see out on the app formerly known as Sway, Sway, you bad, bad boy. Mhm, mhm. Man, child, whatever. Okay, so, so RN, who is a Rhoda and the mouthpiece for the Royals, Kate could address health mystery at public engagement, says friends. So everybody, that's the new talking point that she could discuss. Maybe that's what the big announcement's going to be. Now we supposedly have to wait until after Easter, but there is within this saying about April 17th, Ascot, around or near Ascot. But is that the 9-month mark? Now, it's just a constant drip, drip, drip. Kate Middleton won't even record a video message to the public to thank them for their well wishes because the reaction would be massive shock and concern over her appearance. Insider to In Touch Weekly. Pause. Let's just all step back. While most of us are not concerned per se, y'all keep the drip, drip, dripping of, information like this. Now, I need to understand, abdominal surgery altered her appearance in what way? Because if we shouldn't see where she was altered by a scalpel anyway, but I'm just trying to figure out how. How? Okay, maybe y'all will tell me in the comments. I'm just trying to get it because the math isn't math, and y'all are just come on out with whatever it is. You should have did it in the beginning. I've seen some headlines that were or commentary. I'll put it that way. That is referencing Crohn's and having a colostomy bag, and we've had this discussion on here on prior live streams. That is a missed opportunity if it is true. Yes, it probably is a lot to deal with someone, but if it was a scheduled surgery, she should have had a lot of time to deal with what was coming. Reality can be a lot different, but you could have championed a situation if that is what is going on. But again, how altered is your appearance that you can't appear on in a real photo and more specifically on TV? That photo that's supposed to be you in the SUV, yeah, that well, when that one comes out, because I hope somebody looks at that, and I don't care that it was a pap picture, that altered, not Photoshop, altered. Okay, because the head is not. There's something going on with that picture. So, woosah, Blake Lively. I just have to say, there are many getting into the trolling game. I did see a comment come back to this one, but it wasn't even worth sharing. So, oh, you have to look at the photo that they have there, and I don't have a bigger version of it, but she had said, "Sorry, it's been a minute. I've been busy. Here's a new photo I did today to announce our 4 new at Betty Buzz." So at Betty Boo's products. I'm surprised the royal family hasn't gone after that, being that Betty. I mean, isn't that something for the okay, y'all? Let me. So Betty Buzz has to then, like many amateur photographers, our founder does occasionally experiment with editing. That's going to be the running joke. I didn't watch SNL. I'm sure they had plenty going on with that. Okay, so this particular unhinged blue check mark person wrote a dissertation replying back. And so people were like, you really should stay off of blue check um, their timelines because, they get, if you comment they're probably monetizing and get money, but this was a screenshot and I had to crack up because I'm like, whoo, you're a little cray cray. Someone needs to sue her. Someone needs to get an injunction against her. Someone needs to look into her financial affairs. Someone needs to arrest her and her husband for supporting the Sussex Squad, because that's what the SS means. They should be taken to task for using royal titles for commercial gain. Hasn't happened, but many other royals it has. Okay, or former, or divorcees, or whatever you want to say. He should be tried for treason. No particular reason why. You're just unhinged. And her most likely financial fraud, I believe it would probably involve him too, even if it's even if he's unaware of it. No financial fraud. They're not connected to you people. They wrote a check to give back the money that they put out for, and I think it was for the lease, and basically said, here, I'll say in my version, kiss our arses. You know, Megan's too sweet for that. So it's just, but it was a good fu. Here's your money. Shut the hell up. Leave us alone. Hmm. Continuing, if the rumors are true that the Charity Commission is looking into Archewell, Archewell Foundation is an American established charity. I don't know what the flick the Charity Commission, because I've not heard of one here in the US. We have different things, but if that's the UK, you're flipping nuts. Anyway, they've not provided requested paperwork, I believe, because they don't have to answer to no um, commission in another country when they weren't founded there. Okay. Then the Invictus Foundation should also be looked into, as there are 3 years where they have abused their positions and taken away from the veterans, never mind their appalling behavior. I honestly don't care who any of those someones are, just someone do something as it becomes an absolute farce. Mental health is needed. Mental This person needs some mental health. They need to have their blue check removed and their social media removed because they are unhinged. Unhinged. No other way to address it but unhinged. Um yeah, unhinged. Priceless. Anyway, the lady in black is coming for all of you crazy crazies that the list just keeps getting longer and longer, but the universe is out here and the ancestors are going to whoop your butts. And as I like to say, that middle finger up energy, so strong, so strong. I could say more, but I'm just going to jump into comments. I am close to an hour, but it's Sunday. It's over 200 comments from at some point when I went. And so, Ruth, you had put up another fake photo, this one with the kids, right? But we had went through that. And if this is the one, oh Lord, you're talking about the Santa. Lord, Lord, Lord. Every picture probably has been constructed by them. Let me see. Idalina, will Wendy Associates and Reuters ask for the original receipt to KP? They couldn't provide it, so that's when they decided to take the photo down because they knew it was not the original. Yeah, KP said they weren't providing it. So if you can't provide it, now you saw how quickly Misan provided the original and said the only thing, and he had an interview to back it up because he had done an interview and stated the only thing that was is from the color to the black and white, which no one gets all what over. We see a lot of black and white photos. You know that they are generally taken in color, and then in the processing, the photographer does what the photographer does. Okay. So yeah. Mm. All right. Let me come on up. Um. Oh, who is this? Oh, yes. Let me look at the birthday list. You know, I go, Ren. Gwen, happy birthday. I do have you on my list. My bad. I forgot. I should have had that in Squatty Corner. I didn't check the list. My bad. My bad. Has anyone seen Sherry Ware? Because I don't think I've seen her in the chat. I know her birthday's coming up. That's why I'm asking. Okay. So happy birthday, Gwen. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Gwen Daniel. Happy birthday to you. All right. Now that I have blown your eardrums, and y'all are probably mad as hell at me right now. Love y'all though. All right. Let me find a spot and then work my way down. Let's see. All right. Bye, Miss Viv. I see you're leaving. All right. I'm going to start here. Mrs. S says, Dorothy McCaskill, no one know why Harry got from, oh, no one knows what he got from his grandmother, right? If anything at all. I mean, she sounded like she was flipping doozy, right? Mhm. From all the headlines that we're seeing now, like she just liked them and she this and that. Sounds like a doozy from what they're all, the whole narrative that they're putting out about QE2 now that she's gone. Because they never would have done that prior. So, you know, I'm sure whatever it is, knowing Harry, how they do, they give back. The children are well taken care of. The great grands. I'm sure it was more than the. Oh, there you go. It was more than the waffle maker. Let's just say that more than likely. But thankfully, hers locked down too for 99 years. I hope so. Little Mac, he calls her the albino assassin. That's it. I knew it was something. I couldn't get it together. My gosh. Grace is like, you want to talk trashy? How's that Queen's gin selling? Okay, so it is gin that she sells. Oh, look at that. Rosita says the late Queen who sold brown sauce and gin. Well, it's okay for them. It's always quite okay for them. Yes, quite okay. Never okay for Meghan. We already know. Mhm. Taking a sip of my tea, excuse me. C Max said it's so sad that Meghan can launch an Instagram with absolutely nothing posted to it, and it's still thunder from your supposed royals. Woo. It's so sad for them, but we're loving it. The tears, yes, yes. Dorothy says Harry said on the interview that he left England only with the money that his mother left him. Otherwise, they would never have been able to make the move. But the Queen was still alive when they left, Dorothy McCaskill. Okay. All right, let me move on. I don't know where it must have been some other conversation. I'm jumping in the middle, gonna cause a whole little funk. All right, let me come over here. Ann says, ask PM and Jeremy Clarkson what he learned when he was what? In Bahrain with the likes of Zara, Eugenie, and Beatrice at the F1. Oh, he suddenly didn't have Megan in his mouth. The B hypocrite. Ooh. Well, I didn't see the others. I did see Cassara. I saw her. And she was actually talked a little bit on TV. Uh-huh. Sports Center. Let's see. Church Lane, Peghead and Deadhead are in the crisis of their own. Yeah, they made it. It's their bed. Let them lie in it. Even if it's two singles side by side, let them lie in it. I don't care. I swear. Okay. Cynthia says QE2 sold gin. LOL. Why are fools so worried about American Riviera Orchard? Harry and Meghan need to earn a living. They aren't welfare recipients like the royal family, let alone Charles Duchy. Um, Hargrove also has their whole little line going on there, and nobody complains about that. So I think that's now under Sway Sway's. Maybe that's why he's swaying so much. That's under his control now. I was Dorothy a troll. Oh, too funny. I love that we content creators can still see a lot of the comments. Let me see. Sylvia says, KC3 sells jam and I have got to read these comments quicker. And steals dead people's property. Yes, it all comes back. If they don't have wills, it comes back to, well, much like it does here in the United States. You know, you die without a will, it's intestate, and the state basically has control of whatever property, unless there is a verified next of kin that can identify themselves. Yes. Little Mac, not sure what this woman is talking about. Meghan doesn't have a book. She was kind to Kate during the Oprah interview. If they're talking about the bench and the Together cookbook, which she put the foreword out, but the bench is the only known book under the royal. Now we know she wrote one when she was a child. That's in a museum. Okay. Um, but yeah, I'm kind of lost as to what other book. You know, they always try to attribute Omits to them, and he's not their mouthpiece. He's not their PR. He is a Rhoda. That should never be forgotten. Fair, yes, but he's still a Rhoda. He catches enough heat himself because, you know, they other him as well. All right. Kim says Duchess Meghan doesn't have to comment or cry any empathy towards Kate. The firm has hidden Kate because whales are unhinged. Oof. Okay, I'm just going, oof. Lola, yesterday there was a BBC royal family emergency announcement was coming in 72 hours. Anybody know all about? No, but if it was yesterday, still, I'm sure today they know they better not overstep on St. Patrick's Day. At least they have a little common sense. But who knows what the next, 48 hours might hold. Ooh, who knows? Who knows? Let me see. Cynthia says the only book Duchess Meghan wrote was a children's book. Yes, and people couldn't handle that at the time. No dish there. Only love and care for others, and especially children for Meghan. Right. To observe your husband, and it was a poem, but to observe your husband with your child, and from that, a poem was born. But from that, you know, the book was born. Mhm. Rosita, the saddest part is the squad cares about what happened to Kate than her supposed supporters. It's given free Britney vibes where her supporters alerted the world to her abuse. Yes. We just, just show us signs of life. Once we have signs of life, it is, the floodgates will open even more so. Let's see. Tiger says, "Why do all the rural Rhoda look like they were hit hard with the ugly stick in the face?" Whew, because of all the hate that they, you know, just easily just throw out there on Meghan. It comes back and it does get them. Mhm. It does get them. And says the Daily Fail dropped breadcrumbs about William's temper. Why are they saying in a covert What are they saying in a covert manner? The gag order not working. Kate cannot do video as the public will not like her appearance. Why? Exactly. Because if it's her abdomen, we've seen the woman with after the birth of 3 children within hours come out. Her appearance, aside from holding the baby, hadn't changed because a uterus doesn't shrink that quickly. Um, but mhm. People had a lot to say about Meghan 3 days after Archie was born to say nobody looks like they're still carrying a baby that. Mhm. Whew. Let me just go. Cynthia says, altered family portrait, how wholesome of the royal family. Exactly. So caught up in this perfect white picture that it's altered. Look at every single one, especially that particular palace. hmm And I know BP is like, actually, they're probably laughing because I have a feeling that a certain consort is having a ball. Grace says, Harry ain't coming back. Get over it. Exactly. He'll be there for visits, But do you think a permanent? I wonder if he can rule from here. Let me stop. I'm just joking, just joking. mm, 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 mm. Um, C Max says, wait till they check out that picture of William Goggin in Central Park. Oh my gosh. Not Photoshop, not altered, straight up fabricated. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Cookies and cream. How are you? The Unroyals and the racist goons are upset and jealous about the Sussexes' success. They want to see them broke and begging. They want control over the Sussexes and the narrative. And oh well, never going to happen. There we go. Not going to happen. You set it up specifically for that reason of taking away their security, leaking where they were located. Hoping for the worst, but thank God for the freedom flight. And it is so much meaning to American Riviera Orchard being launched on that day. Freedom. Okay, we're going to move on. Cynthia says, I'm sticking with nothing sexy about Willie except his bank account and the title. Not even the title, but the bank account, probably. And, that could be gone in a flash. A good hacker. I'm just all them accounts offshore and all. Change some passwords. Move that money. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. All right. Ann says it makes you wonder how long have BP. Ooh, we're given fake photos. We must do timelines. On those days, Kate has not been 30, 60, 90 days. Was she hurt around those times? Why Spanish nanny left suddenly? Well, all right, let me ask, is this the same nanny they tried to put off on Harry and Meghan? I'm just giving that the pregnant pause it needs. I don't know what ethnicity that nanny was that had to be let go mhm, for obviously breach of everything against humanity. No telling what that person did, but I wonder if it's the same nanny because they would have no problem hiring and doing. But why do you need a nanny? Okay. You mean the one they've had for the long time, Maria? Ooh. Mm. Those kids are too old to have nannies. Okay, I just had to get that. All right. Hildy, behave yourself. She had a facelift and a BBL. Surprise. I say this with as much love as I can. Why the F would she ever get a BBL, let alone a facelift? Okay. You have access to the top. You wouldn't even need to leave the country. You could have had that done, not even leaving a palace, home, whatever, because technology nowadays, and they could have had 24-hour staff and all. But we know that things can go wrong even with those particular surgeries. So, um, mm, what a way to say I wasn't happy with my image, although her fans always touch up the photos that they release of her to remove any aging that they see instead of allowing her to age gracefully or just allow her to age. Okay, let me come on down here. Ida says, my first question on that picture, and I'm an amateur, was how can it be February and this grass so greener and like it's July? I think that was most of us. That was most of us. And then the media also doing this whole, there was a 40-minute window for him to take the picture and blah, 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 blah. What's with that? Because y'all are very specific. How do you know what window of time for oh, I almost said before she self-destructs. Okay, let me keep on going because y'all they're your mouthpieces, your PR, comms team, whatever, horrid. because the narrative just keeps changing, which makes you look even less trustworthy. Now, the pictures have made you trustworthy globally. So you know they're going to read between the lines of every single word, and especially here in the US, because, you know, as one of the state's mottos is show me, yeah, you're gonna have to show us proof of life. Okay. Let's see. Blue Draw. So they are teaching cosplay how to lip sync through a previously recorded message by an actor who sounds like her. God dang it. Kids, Shutter Island needs to get it. Harry's never coming back to your evil clutches. If you dum dums treated Harry, Meghan, Archie, Lilibet, and Mama Doria with respect from beginning, y'all wouldn't be in this mess. That part. That part. Being your scapegoats, no, you could have, you know, first of all, as I said, if Sway Sway and whomever wasn't doing their mess, there wouldn't be a need for human rights, um, basically shutting down anything under human rights with regard to an alleged affair with a beard. And yes, I'm saying with a beard because the more and more I see on the app formerly known as, a lot of people are putting it together. Okay, he should just live his truth. Now, anyway, GMA is gone. Live your truth because KC3 needs to be focused on his treatments and hoping to the Lord that they work. But now you got to wonder because we haven't seen hide nor hair of him in a while. What the is going on over there? Mhm. See, Squad can multitask. We got our eyes on every little movement and not from a place of concern, but just to call the bullshit. Okay, when we see it. If y'all had left Meghan and Harry alone, had given her the grace, consideration when she was first pregnant, especially in the second pregnancy, all the stress when you printed that letter with her father and, you know, then the lawsuit and all that was ensuing with that. Okay. And never let up when you found out about the third pregnancy. Mhm. Some of y'all are some hard SOBs, or in the words of my boss, Mrs. S, mother fathers. Okay. Sussex Love. Maybe they're trying to lie and say she was given steroids in order to progress her healing and strengthen the tissues. Does she look like the hunchback of Notre Dame? Is what I want to know. Because that's altering her appearance. Now, shocking. Did her teeth fall out? You can get dentures, and nobody would know that. Well, we would know the difference, but um, what? What was altered? Anybody ever does? They look how beautiful she is, and the clothes that she wears. Now maybe they won't address so much clothing, or you just can't have the skinniest of skinniest clothing, skin tight clothing, and dresses that you used to wear. Life goes on. I'm just saying, life goes on. Kim says, VS, maybe Kate had a stroke from drugs administered during the operation. Something went wrong in the royal family. Can't step it back. She could have had a Bell palsy situation, which stress does bring on. So, some incandescent rage row could have brought that on. Um, that can alter, but you can also get therapy, to help lessen it. And then you can also lean into it and not try to be Miss Perfect. I'm just speaking out and things are rolling out. There are charities out there, probably some related to those situations that you could be a champion for, but secrecy and the you know good gosh, this is something that is just on even a Mission Impossible type level stuff. You doctor and stuff just to make it appear that the person's okay, which then tells the world they're not. And the world is waiting. The world is waiting. So tell her vain ass to get in front of a camera and show herself. Would we give her a little slack? Maybe, but then again, that could be a little karma that she brought upon herself. She never spoke out for anybody else and didn't give two hoots, especially when you knew that Megan had a miscarriage. Hmm. Okay. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. Mhm. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Rosita's church knows she gets her wigs from Wish. Timu is too fancy for her. Okay. I'm not sure in whom y'all referring to, but I'm just gonna move on. V says maybe the thing Kate will let her dress blow up and expose her that. Oh my God. V? V, really? Okay. Sonia, William can no longer divorce Kate if he wants. He is stuck. Love what love. But will put on a show to please BP. We will see him holding her hands or even stroking her back to emulate her. Oh, okay. Let it be genuine. And if they're not, as they said, so they're going to make new royal protocol that it's okay to hold your wife's hand and, be affectionate when it never was a protocol, but it was always used. That word was used against Meghan and Harry. So Ida says, will the Associated Press and Reuters state if they were doing internal investigation along with the Washington Post? Oh, they may not, but they're going to check every little thing that is released, and that's all I'm going to say. Ooh, Mrs. S. Oh, no, gosh. Okay, God, I hope Broomstick don't come back looking like Sharon Osbourne. Zombie apocalypse. Yeah, I saw the video clip of Big Brother and I was like, what in the. Another one not pleased with how she looks, so you keep touching it up and pulling it and tucking and tugging and everything else, and then got nerve to talk about someone with natural beauty. All right. Black don't crack. Let's move on. Okay, just look at her mother and you can tell. All right. Hello, Janine. How are you? Woo, Lottie, hello. I see a comment to you. Let me see. Tiger says, Lottie, it would explain the royal rota's limited brain capacity, no talent, so all that's left is to hoing themselves out for Murdoch lunch money. Lord have mercy, y'all. Marshar, never late, never late. You can always catch up, on the parts that you miss. And let me see what time. Oh yeah, no, you weren't that late. Woo! You will. I hope you'll go back and listen. I hope you go back and listen. Benjamin says that there is a rant. God only knows what I said at the time. Okay, let me. Oh, I was reading. Yeah, an insane rant. Well, let's just say they think they're making sense. You want all these things to happen, but see that energy that you keep, and I've said this over and over, the energy they keep putting out there, what they want to see happen to Megan, has now occurred to the one that they claim they like in so many ways. Mhm. Return to sender and boomerang. Yeah, it's a real thing. All right. Cookies and cream, Rosita's, the Sussex's business ventures have them going berserk. Megan's lifestyle brand and Instagram is scaring the daylights out of them. They know that the Sussexes have massive appeal, which they should have harnessed that appeal, not try to diminish the appeal. And with that, they could have faded into the back if they wanted to and do like they normally do, just show up, take credit, and move on. Now, the squad would have been like, because you could just, we know when Harry and Meghan are involved with something. You just know when they've had their hands in it, as we like to say. Okay. hmm Oh, and let me do this now. Um, Let me do this now because I wanted to show it before, and y'all made me forget. because I was rushing. Oh, Brown Girl Bella, thank you for the gifted member. That is so sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you so very much. All right, now I have to go and find um, in my comments because it'll. Oh, I got to go on the YouTube side. Wait a minute. 1 moment, please, because it just doesn't show it on this one. Oh, Raffaella! Oh, yay! Raffiella's in membership. She got the gifted membership. Hold on, screen. Don't you move too fast. Let me get this because I like to have this. And I will welcome you, Raffaella, when I um, do the way I do when the live stream ends. I can get my mind together here. If I can get my mind together here. So thank you for the gifted membership. That is so sweet of you. Bitta. There you go, Grace. And then you became a member too? Don't make me cry, Brown Bella. Oh, okay. Brown Girl Bella, welcome to channel membership. Thank you for the support. This is just to give you a little shout out. And also for Raffaella, your shout out too. Your marker is not going to be showing because you got the gifted membership, but new channel member! New channel member! New channel member! Oh my goodness, I'll welcome you both when the live stream ends, as I do all the channel members. Thank you so very much. Wow. All right. I have to save I have to take a couple of screenshots, so y'all just bear with me. I'll play a little Jeopardy music. Do, 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 do. We shall not rush through this. Here we go. Take another snippet, please. Do, 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 do. Okay, there we go. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it so much. All right. I have to talk very carefully. Yeah, Kucha just woke up. Okay, Kucha just woke up. Then she got up on the couch. Woo. All right. All right, Kate and William, I'm going to take a new photo and release. You know what? The Lord have mercy. T.T. Carter. Allegedly, she was too far along and pregnant. I'm done. Okay. Woo. Mm, okay, I'm just gonna. If y'all read the comment, you read the comment because TT Carter, you just took me out with that one. Woo! See, this is what I say. Church Noise always goes with the asylum. Listen. Okay. Hopefully you enjoy membership. I so grateful for the support. Um, I'm not playing with you all right now. Hello, Patricia. How are you? Let me see. You were gifted a membership. You YouTube does the choosing for the gifted memberships, just so everybody understands. Okay, they do base it on engagement with channels, so it's just nice to see Raffaella got that, and hopefully she enjoys the content that I drop over there. Also, something I may be planning in the future for channel, very near future for channel members. Okay, let's see here. Mhm. Sonia, the British press is so bitter. Yes. Mhm. Blue draws TT card. A lot of people are saying what you said. Well, I think I might have even mentioned it here on one of the live streams when they changed the timeline and kept changing it, and then it jumped out to 9 months. And I even said that's like about the time frame of having a child, but we're gonna move on. All right. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna go up. I'm just gonna. I can't remember which comment I was gonna highlight, but I know it was probably something that I shouldn't highlight to end the live stream with. All right. So what I'm gonna do is try to find one of the earlier ones. Let me come up here since it is on a good note, and we're just going to. Um, do it that way. I'm going to behave myself. Yes, I'm going to behave myself and not have, oh, geez, I got a notification. Let's see, let's see, let's see. I can't find them right now. Let me see. All right. Let me come back down. I'll take Khadijah's. Okay. So it's just saying happy birthday to Gwen. So yes, happy birthday again. Happy St. Patrick's Day again to all those that celebrate. If you're bar or pub hopping, be safe out there. All right. I don't even know if they did a parade here in the US. Usually there's this big parade that they do, but okay. Whew. Please be Marshar. No, we're not playing that. J Matt. What? Y'all aren't going to get me started. Now look. Y'all not going to get me started with tears. All right. So let me come over here for a second. I have to look at something in studio. Studio. All right. J Matt. Uh-oh. We're in trouble, y'all. Behind the scenes. Now let me stop. This is for you, for Rafaela and Brown Girl. New channel member! New channel member! New channel member! And yes, I do that whole thing behind the scenes too. New channel member. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for hitching your wagon to mine. Um, alrighty. That is just awesome. All right, I'm gonna come here. I am gonna end. It's over an hour and a half. Y'all know I try not to do too long since the average watch time is usually about 20 minutes. I get it. Not many people have the attention span. It's cool. So please be safe out here in the YouTube world as well as the real world, and because content creators understand that first part of that statement. Some hallways are a little off the chain right now. That's all I'm gonna say. So love you all. Gwen, have a wonderful rest of your day. To all of those already probably in Monday, Mamo, etc. Be safe out there. Be well. We will talk again, hopefully Tuesday. But yes, love you all. Bye.